Hey guys, it's Sebastian from AskSebby, and today we're looking at the updates to the Gold Card to see whether it makes sense for you moving forwards. Big favor as always is to give this a thumbs up, and if you like stuff like this, consider subscribing. There's going to be a lot here, so make sure to use the chapters tool if you need to skip to a specific part. Let's start off with the updates though, and the first thing is that the rose gold is going to be a permanent color. I think this is generally a good thing because the more options we have, the better it is, but for people who got it in the past, specifically because it was limited edition, might not be too happy. Number two is that they're going to be adding a $10 per month Uber credit, and this can also be used for Uber Eats. One quick trick for this, if you want to minimize the fees or maximize the value, is to do Uber Eats, but do pickup. So when you go there to physically pick it up, then you don't have to pay for delivery. Make sure to compare the prices between in person and through the app though to make sure it's not too different. Last thing is going to be the Uber Eats Pass, and you have until the end of the year, December 31st, 2021 to sign up with either the green, gold, or the platinum card. You end up getting a free year when you use one of those cards to sign up, and I wouldn't be surprised if they extend this or do something similar in the future. Retail for people actively paying this is $9.99, and ironically, I was paying for this before it became a free feature. Your mileage may vary obviously on whether this is a useful or beneficial feature. Moving into the next part, what benefits are sticking around? You're still going to get the $120 dining credit, and it's broken down into $10 per month. Some people get mad when I say $120, but that's literally the marketing. You get a $10 monthly statement credit when you use Grubhub, Seamless, Cheesecake Factory, Ruth's Chris, Boxed, or Shake Shack. $10 total as a credit, not $10 for each of those. One thing that might be annoying for some people is that it is monthly, so it's use or lose. You can't wait and pull it up for a future purchase. One thing I talk about a lot on this channel is the effective annual fee. So with this card, you're paying $250, but you get these two sets of credits that are worth up to $120 per year. If you need to, feel free to discount them, but let's just keep it simple for now, $120. That means the effective annual fee is going to be $10. As long as you're able to actively use those credits by yourself without changing your behavior too much, then I think this is a pretty good thing. If you're someone who never uses Uber Eats and you don't use Uber and you just hate it, then obviously it's not a fit. For anyone that's about to run out to apply for the Gold Card, if you are someone that wants to support the channel, we do have links on our website, AskSebby.com, and also down below in the description box. I'd recommend watching until the end though, because we do cover the metagame as well as a calculator for all of this. So the big question is whether you can get enough value back to cover that effective annual fee. With the Gold Card, you get 4x back on dining, including takeout and delivery, 4x back on US supermarkets up to $25,000 in purchases per calendar year, and also 3x back on flights booked directly with the airline or on AmericanExpress.com, or technically AmexTravel.com, but it's the portal that you see when you log into your account. Calculator will also make this easier to understand. American Express points are worth between 0.6 to 2 cents per point depending on how you want to use them. If you're just redeeming them as a statement credit to cover your purchases, it's only 0.6 cents per point. So that means 100,000 points is only about $600 in value. There's a ton of stuff in the middle, but on the top end, you're looking to transfer your points out to partners for first and business class flights or for sweet spot stuff, and that's about 2 cents per point. If you want to understand that middle bit and all those other options, I'd recommend watching our other video on that because it's a lot more thorough. I will do a quick 15-second example of transfer partners because people get pretty confused with this. So the Gold Card earns membership reward points which can be transferred to Singapore Airlines. You can book a first-class flight one way from LAX to either Incheon or Tokyo for 107,000 points. Retail round trip of this is about $11,000, which is pretty crazy. One way is about $5,500. Price divided by the number of points you need is going to be the cents per point, and here you're getting 5.1 cents per point. I use 2 cents per point for that ceiling number just to make it seem a bit more reasonable. With these transferable currencies, the main point is to find these opportunities for outsized value. On a similar tangent, intro bonuses also offer outsized value. So what I mean by this is that the return on spend, any other calculation you do of this, in the first year, you're getting a ton of value, and as long as you can hit the bonus, it's always going to make sense. The question often is whether you get value in the second year, and if not, can you either downgrade it or do you have to cancel it? This leads into some of the weaknesses of the Gold Card. The first one is that you can downgrade this into the Green Card, but you're still stuck paying that annual fee. With a lot of other systems, with a lot of other card issuers, you have downgrade paths into no annual fee cards. I know some people who end up traveling a lot early on, but once they have kids, they end up settling down for a few years. So can your setup evolve based off your life? The second major disadvantage is that it's missing out on a bunch of benefits that you would hope for. things like lounge access, or even some of the better American Express perks. A really good example of this is return protection. So you see this on the Platinum card, you see this on even the Blue Cash Preferred and the Everyday Preferred, but not the Gold. A benefit like this could easily save you something like $500 a year. In a lot of ways, American Express wants you to have the Platinum card as well, along with the Gold card. Let's go through the calculator and then finish off with the metagame stuff. So if you want to find this yourself, you can either go through Google or just go on our website, AskSebby.com. For the top bit, the intro bonus bit, that's always going to be the public offer, but for the purpose of this, let's assume that we're looking at year 2 and ignoring that bonus. Let's cherry pick some data and use the average New Yorker. So they spend $8,000 on dining per year and about $5,600 in groceries. So if we plug all of that in, we end up getting 54,000 points a year. Let's be super aggressive with the points and we'll do transfer partners about 1,100 in value. For the next bit, you can change the value of the credits and also the other benefits such as the hotel's collection. For the latter bit, it really depends on the other cards you have and whether you already get those benefits, just because if it already exists somewhere else, then technically the value here, the marginal value, is going to be 0. So this fictional person ends up getting more than $1,000 in value just by having the card. This is what they're earning from their spend, the credits, minus the annual fee. If you are playing with this yourself, big favor is to comment down below how much value you're getting and also what city you live in. It's always interesting to see perspectives from different people. The last bit is going to be the metagame bit, so the game within the game given the rules. If you're someone under 524, if you're still eligible for chase cards, then I'd probably go for those first. Firstly, because it's money on the table and you might as well grab it. And secondly, because you end up starting the clock for those cards. So let's say you sign up for the United Explorer card, you get the bonus, you end up downgrading it in the second year, you're eligible for another bonus in 2 years. With American Express, technically per the terms, it's once in a lifetime, so you don't really have that play there. The second thing, if you're new to American Express, is that I would go for the Platinum card first, just because they oftentimes target people with better offers for the Platinum card when you're not a customer. Your mileage may vary, especially for people who don't want to get too many cards and who just really want to pick up the Gold card and keep it simple. I think for a lot of people, the Gold card ends up being a good long-term one, especially towards the mid and late game. If you want to learn more about the Gold card or pretty much any card out there, we have links on our website, AskSebby.com, and also down below in the description box. My question for you guys is, what are your thoughts on the changes and on the Gold card as a whole? Let me know down below. Big favor is to give this a thumbs up, and if you know anyone else who'd benefit, share this with them. It'll probably help them out. But otherwise, hope you guys liked it. See you guys next time.